Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, the key theme showing up for you in the month of May. We have authenticity, romance, and you also have healing. So it looks to be a very powerful month, especially when it comes to your closest relationships. And I'm also sensing here that some of you have some really wonderful new creative ideas that you may be taking to the next level. You may be reinventing yourself or your business or your relationship from the inside out. Now, this authenticity card is all about you holding and having a unique vision. And this unique vision that you have about yourself, about a situation, again, a career or a relationship, I feel that there's going to be movement when it comes to you manifesting a new opportunity here on earth, here in the physical realm. So even though we don't see a lot of pentacles here besides the Queen of Pentacles, this is the one I do like to see because she's very resourceful, she's very abundant, and she can make things happen. And I feel like that's your energy here, Sagittarius. But Spirit is reminding you to be true to your dreams, be true to your soul's purpose. Sometimes we go forward in our decisions based on someone else's deciding factors. We may listen to other people instead of listening to our own self, or we may feel like we are not in control of manifesting what we want in our world. So I feel like you're really taking a deep dive into this authentic nature of yours, and you're getting comfortable within your own skin. You're getting comfortable making decisions, Sagittarius, that are in your highest good. And there's a level of trust showing up here as well. Some of you, perhaps you didn't trust yourself to make a decision on how to move forward. Some of you, there was a trust factor in other people as well. You weren't quite sure who to trust. There's some sort of betrayal, possibly abandonment or rejection that you have endured that's really jeopardized that area of trust. Now, this is about you being genuine, honest, ethical. A lot of you are moving towards freedom. A lot of you are the real deal. Whatever this is that you have to offer, whether it's your heart, this is real. And some of you may be questioning, is this something that is really aligned with what I want? Is this relationship something that is the real deal? So especially when it comes to romance here, I feel like some of you may be healing from a situation of the past in order for you to open up your heart to a new beginning. Now, for those of you that are looking to change careers, there's something here with heartfelt emotions and wanting to build a career or build a business based on something you are authentically good at. This is something that you have your own touch on, your own skills, gifts, talents, abilities. No one else has that unique touch that you do. Yes, many other people may be doing that same thing, but you hold this authenticity within you. And so believe and trust that your gifts are going to shine and illuminate the right people towards you. Whether this is your career, whether it is you building a business, you're healing some things at this time. I feel like a lot of you have been undergoing this personal transformation. And with Mercury in retrograde this month as well, until around the 14th, Sagittarius, a lot of you are doing all of those retrograde things. I like to call them the REs, right? Reevaluating, revamping, reorganizing, replenishing, rejuvenating, and also reprioritizing what is important to your soul based on what you want, not everyone around you, right? This is about you taking care of you. So some of you this month are taking a look at your health. This has been showing up for a few signs as well. I do feel, Sagittarius, that health whether this is mental, physical, emotional, energetic. This is something you're diving into and you're reflecting and evaluating. What is my body trying to tell me at this time? Am I in need of rest? Am I feeling lack of motivation? What is this pain that I have been living with for quite some time? Or what is this ache that I've had in my side for quite some time? I am sensing as well that some of you have been through an ongoing health situation that maybe doctors can't figure out, or perhaps you've recently started to go to maybe a healer, Reiki practitioner, naturopath, someone who can help you get to the root of some deeper issues. Now, I'm also feeling here that some of you are recovering from loss, from grief. There could be support showing up here for you to help you move forward. You may even be into sound therapy. You see here the singing bowls. Some of you are using frequencies or music to heal. You may even write music, you may sing, you may also play an instrument. This could be really beneficial. I'm also getting here, some of you may be teaching a family member or a friend how to play an instrument, or you may be going to a concert. This could be maybe from a child's concert, or it could be some sort of music performance that you go to as well. And then lastly here, we do have romance. So please take it as it resonates. Not all of you are in a romantic situation, but most likely a lot of you have been. And there may be things showing up from the past, whether it's an actual person or it's an actual trigger or some healing that you had suppressed or you thought you healed. Sometimes those things come rear their heads up during retrograde. So I feel that a lot of you are trying to rebuild that trust. Some of you are looking to rebuild intimacy, call in your soulmate, or you've already met your soulmate and you want to strengthen the bond between you and this partner. But I feel like there's still some healing here required based on something that's happened in the past. Okay, let's take a dive into your tarot cards. Now, it looks like the first couple of weeks of May, the beginning of May here, you have the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, some of you may be healing from maybe a mother dynamic. It could be sister or someone feminine. You may be reaching out to a Queen of Pentacles, someone who can help you gain the resources necessary in order to move forward. So this could be someone, again, that we've mentioned earlier, a healer. For others of you, this is about you being resourceful to new opportunities that fulfill you emotionally, because you have the Page of Cups here as well. When the Page of Cups shows up, there may be some news coming in. You may receive a love message. There could be, now for some of you, just because we do have the reconciliation card and it is Mercury retrograde, there could be someone from the past that reaches out to you. Okay, Sagittarius, or it could be that you're thinking of someone from the past. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. Some of you, sometimes you dream of a person that you've been with in the past, and it doesn't mean there has to be a physical connection, but there's some sort of correspondence when it comes to maybe someone of the past here. So again, you may be dreaming of them, and it doesn't mean that you want to get back together with them, but there could be some sort of energetic shift that's happening between you and that person. Or it could be that healing is coming up for you to really dive into and feel in order to heal. Now, I like this combination here. I do feel like this is a beautiful new opportunity for you to step into your power, be authentic, speak what's on your mind. Some of you need to gain closure, and it could be that you tell someone, hey, I've evolved, I've grown, I've matured, I've come a long way from that girl or that boy I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So I feel like a lot of you may be having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone and just maybe even playing catch up. Now, you may run into someone who may be married and you may be married, and it doesn't mean anything's gonna happen, but maybe you haven't seen this person for a while and you run into each other at the bagel shop and you decide to have a few words and just catch up and share children's stories or grandchildren or life stories. I'm kind of getting that energy here for you as well. Now, the Queen of Pentacles showing up at the beginning of the month, you're definitely looking at how to increase your life Sagittarius. You're looking at how to bring in more abundance, more wealth, more resources. I'm sensing you may be planning a group event or a family gathering, whether it's a birthday party, a barbecue, a retirement, or just coming together to celebrate maybe Mother's Day or the love of a loved one, right? I'm sensing that there's going to be fun times ahead here, and your resources are going to multiply. You see the bunnies there, and the bunnies represent luck and fortuitous energy. So you're definitely shifting up. Some of you, when it comes to career, I feel like you're making a move to possibly do something even within the home. It could be interior design, working from home. This can be decorating. I am getting this energy of plant life, whether you work in horticulture or maybe you work in a, they're giving me, what are those? I'm having a moment right here. A greenery or a green place where you put all the plants and they grow. Greenhouse. Thank you, Spirit. Greenhouse here. So I do feel some of you may either be thinking about purchasing a greenhouse or you may just set up a small greenhouse to maybe grow some plants, some vegetables, some herbs. You're getting in touch with nature and getting in touch with you as well. And I feel like there's something that you may even turn into business here. So I'm really liking this. Now, mid-month, you're kind of winding down a little bit from this healing. And what that tells me is you've been working a lot on yourself. You have the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords here. What we don't see pictured is the Three of Swords. So I feel like the Three of Swords has already happened in the past, but it may be showing up some sort of healing that maybe, again, you've thought you've healed or surpassed, or maybe you have a dream about someone or you run into them and it brings up some old feelings. It doesn't necessarily mean that by running into someone or having a pang of hurt or even excitement, it doesn't mean that you have all of this unfinished healing to do. But for some of you, there could definitely be an important choice to make. This choice could be shifting your world. Do I go back to a person? Do I stay where I'm at? Do I move on? For others of you, this is a job. This job is mentally stressing me out, physically exhausting me. Do I stay? Do I leave? So there's this back and forth energy where your heart is definitely pulling you in a forward moving direction, but you're still stuck up a little bit in the mental aspect of things, possibly even overthinking things with the Four of Swords. So use this retrograde period as an ally, as your friends. Really take a look at what's working and what's not, Sagittarius. What can you release? What can you let go of that's no longer serving your highest good or your soul's purpose? When the Two of Swords shows up, this is about R&R, healing, self-love, rejuvenation. And I do feel like a lot of you may have been ignoring the signs of rest, or you may have been obsessing about a situation here. This is about you taking a little bit of that step back, giving the universe some breathing room to work its magic. For you to be in your truth, your own authentic power is going to lead to this next chapter towards the end of the month where you use your intuition. That is how you'll know. Some of you may be saying, well, how do I navigate with this Two of Swords? What choice do I make? Trust your intuition, and what is your heart telling you at this time? Because the heart here, this is where you want to move. But I'm getting here, you're receiving intuitive signs and nudges, and you possibly have been asking it. And if you haven't asked, ask Spirit for a sign or a message. Whether it does show up through a dream, through a song on the radio, it could be an ad on a billboard, or it could be something that you see scrolling on your social media. I feel like you're going to receive some intuitive hits towards the end of the month, specifically the 17th through the 21st. And it's going to allow you to make some new choices and to see a new future for yourself, because you have the Two of Wands here, and you can see that she's holding the world in her hands. So you got the whole world in your hands here, Sagittarius. Trust your intuition, because your intuition is that loving, kind voice that wants you to succeed, and to excel and move forward, living your highest truth and potential. So some of you have a decision to make here, and it may feel difficult to make, but trust that you're making a decision that is based in your highest good. Because this Two of Wands is planning her future. She's going to make this decision based on her intuition. She's going to take a look at her vision. Some of you may even be creating a vision board towards the end of the month, or you may be taking a look at an old bucket list is what I'm getting here. Or mentally, you are upgrading and reprogramming some of your old limiting beliefs or your values or your morals, because they're giving me that Hierophant energy of taking a look at your traditions, your beliefs, your values. Are they aligned with what's going on in your outer world? If they are not, your intuition is saying, hey, Sag, it's really time for you to start living in your truth, right? How can you be more honest with yourself? Because that's ultimately going to make the decisions that you need to move forward. So definitely a huge month for you. Pay attention to your dreams as well. Do pay attention to the words of others, because I'm getting here, not for all of you, but someone may be trying to paint a pretty picture of their life, but there's something going on below the surface is what I feel. And someone may say, I've changed, I'm a better person. And we kind of picked up on that energy earlier, or I've got out of my old patterns, or I'll never do that again. Pay attention, because someone can tell you who they are real quickly. And I do feel here that someone just isn't honoring their truth, or they may not be authentic, where you are the real deal and you're looking for the real deal. And if someone isn't being authentic, your built-in BS detector is ring, ring, ring is going off. And I feel like you're gonna call someone out for their behavior, but it still may be tough, especially when the heart is there or that love is there. All right, let's take a look at finances, wealth, career. Now we have here the Moon card, which is interesting because you have the Four of Swords, which has the Moon smack dab in the middle here as well. So there could be fleeting funds. There could be a purchase that you make in the month of May. This is interesting. They're giving me a large purchase of lumber. So some of you may be rebuilding or remodeling, or maybe you work in a lumber yard. I'm just kidding here. Lumber. Excuse me. For others of you, pay attention to your funds this month, because there could be a little bit of you buying what you need to buy. I'm also getting that some of you may be putting money towards your wealth and your health, mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm also sensing that you're being guided. This is about you having that unknown source, and you're being guided here to make changes. And that's that Hierophant that I was picking up on. The Hierophant is all about divine guidance, but taking a look at the deeper piece of yourself, your morals, your beliefs, and upgrading them if they no longer resonate. This is about part-time jobs. Some of you are doing some odds and ends jobs around the home or around the workspace. I feel like you're trying to keep yourself busy here. You're trying to find new income sources or new ways to generate income. For others of you, I feel in order for you to keep this mind from overthinking or overworking, you're trying to keep yourself busy is what I'm sensing here for some of you. But the stars are aligning, and that's very important for you to know here, Sagittarius. The stars are aligning because you are aligning your internal world with your external. And that's where that magic happens. That's going to lead to an increase here. You have the nugget showing up. This is about valuable information and honest assessments, and we see that with this authenticity card. The more real and true you are about your mission, about your purpose to other people. I'm also getting here sharing a story or sharing something through your voice, or being completely raw, real, and vulnerable is actually going to pay off in a very big way for you. This is about a fresh start, steady work, or building up a career based on your authenticity. There will be an increase here, but before the increase happens, valuable information is coming to light, and you must get honest with yourself. I'm getting that Seven of Swords energy, even though we don't see that here. I feel like you've had to do what you've had to do to survive. That can be the card of self-preservation, the Seven of Swords, but I'm also getting here, getting truly honest with what you want and desire and need in your world. And lastly here, we have the Cup. This talks about an overflowing prosperity. It talks about a full or an empty account. Some of you are trying to rebuild putting that stuff into your cup that feels good, right? Whether it's financial wealth, whether it's friendships, whether it's companionships, it could be filling yourself with more activities that bring joy and lightheartedness into your world. For others of you, this is the heart chakra, and you may be filling your work up with things that bring you pleasure and joy and happiness, a sense of fulfillment. And if you have an empty account, or if you just don't feel like you have any gas in your tank to keep on going, it's time for you to have this fresh start. Pause, reflect, give yourself some downtime to just rest and recoup. Do nothing so you can set that reset button and move forward here with confidence and with ease. You may be a nurturer. You may be taking care of business, Sagittarius, but this is about fulfilling your mission financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I feel like you're on the right track to do so. All right, Sag, when it comes to love, you do have here, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others, especially if there is some healing and some decisions that need to be made in your love life. For those of you that have been single, I feel like you are getting yourself up out of the energy by maybe going out with friends, dancing, having dinner, meeting for coffee or meeting for drinks. I feel like you are getting together and you feel loved and supported. Now, this doesn't just have to be friends. This could be, your soul family. This could be your soul tribe, family members as well. There could be gatherings, which I think we talked about. But I do feel here that you are receiving support from external influences or external situations as well. There's resourcefulness coming in. So if this is a person, if it's an energy, whatever this is that's helping you out, be receptive to it. We have reconciliation. Someone from your past may be returning. We did talk about that as well, and that may be questionable for you. You may be saying, no, sorry, I've shut the door. Or again, it could be someone who maybe you were together a long time ago, or maybe you just had a connection with someone and you found out they got married and had kids and you did as well, and you just crossed paths, right? This could be a reconciliation even with a family member. It doesn't just have to be romantic love. It could be someone that you haven't seen for a while. I'm also getting here a cousin. Some of you haven't seen your cousin for quite some time, and they may show up at maybe a family reunion, or they may be getting married, or you may hear or see on social media that they got a new job, or they had a baby, or they had a child move out. Some sort of life event, I feel it may be coming through here as well. And then also we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And they're giving me here the name Sam or Samantha. Please take that as it resonates. Now that could be specific for some of you if you have that name or if you resonate with that. Pay attention, to the red flags as my voice starts to act up here. Someone may be not speaking their truth is what I'm getting here. The signs are cautioning you. Someone may need more healing, additional healing. They really need to be honest and ethical with you or with themselves. Someone may also be telling you that they have feelings for you, but that they're stuck in a little bit of a rut, whether it's career, money, maybe it's their ex, or they're having drama with someone that they were with. But pay attention to the red flags. It doesn't mean that you have to hightail it out of there, but just pay attention, be aware. Trust that built-in BS detector, Sagittarius, because you have a really good one. We all do, but specifically Sagittarius, I feel like yours is on high alert because of stuff that you've dealt with in the past, but make sure that it's based on intuitive hits and nudges versus triggers because of something that's happened in the past. So just pay attention, be aware, you'll do the right thing, trust in yourself. Now we have here, as I said, trust in yourself here. You have, how can I deepen my trust right now? And this has been something we've been talking about a little more here. And it says, trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself fully so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, Sagittarius, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action, let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself. so you can deepen your trust in others. And we've been talking about that your whole reading. So yeah, trust in yourself to make decisions that are in your highest good. Know that you have what it takes. Yes, maybe you grew up in a situation where everybody made the decision for you, or maybe you were in a 20-year marriage or still are, but that person maybe wore the pants, right? I feel like there is a trust here. Some of you, because the solar plexus is highlighted here, may have taken a hit. That's the belly area, and that can be our powerhouse. That literally is our place of authenticity here. And it can be being comfortable within our own skin. It can be about our, feeling empowered and being who we are in the world. Are we proud of ourselves? Are we happy? Do you trust you to move forward on your soul's journey? And next you have, what do I resist feeling right now? We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first must have to honor its existence. And it's interesting to note here, you go from the Two of Swords to the Four of Swords. There's no Three of Swords here. So some of you, you've suppressed that or put it in a drawer and shut the drawer, or maybe you've locked it behind a door and, threw the key away. I feel for some of you, you've wanted to bypass some sort of pain, but it's really been kind of culminating and affecting maybe future relationships or affecting your work or your health, even if that is only at a subconscious level. So it says, emotions are like waves. Some are soft and some are fierce. Some are layered and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Today's soul action. Allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it, and enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. I really love this for you. Messages from your spiritual helpers. You're already doing it, Sagittarius. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So yes, with this Four of Swords, some of you are definitely overthinking. Now, yes, that tends to come up during retrograde. We reevaluate and we overthink things, but try not to get to that point of overthinking where you're causing yourself even more stress. What's the saying? Creating a molehill out of an anthill. So some of you, really, it would be beneficial to get some healing work done, especially when it comes to frequencies, sound therapy, movement as well, Reiki, anything of that nature. I'm getting here writing a song, writing a poem, or writing a story, even a short story, and it can be for yourself. It doesn't have to be for anyone else. Some of you may be bloggers, or maybe you do write music. That may be your safe space, your happy space, or your joy. But definitely you're doing it. You are doing it, Sagittarius. And then messages from your spirit animals. You have here, spider spirit, make your dreams real. Yes. Now some of you may be 56, 29, or 24, but this is all about you making those dreams a reality. But first, there must be a choice. That's the beautiful gift of free will. Yes, we have a blueprint. Yes, we have this destiny kind of planned out in a sense, but we have free will to shift things up as we move along. We're still going to get to that final destination, but it's the journey along the way. And if your journey isn't feeling good, exciting, adventurous, if you feel like you're off track, then it's time to make your dreams real. Now we have giraffe spirit. It says, see the big picture. This is about you seeing it from a higher perspective. And I always love to give the caterpillar butterfly analogy, even though we don't have the death card here. Some of you are working through some challenges. Now, when you're that caterpillar, you're only able to see from the view of something very low, right? Because that's what you know. Just like, a baby taking its first steps, right? It has this energy of, it hasn't been tainted by conditions necessarily. It just walks without worrying about what it's going to fall into, where it's going to go, right? It has this enthusiastic, clean slate. And I feel here that when you reach this level of awakening, which a lot of you already have, then you're able to see from a higher perspective because you've gone through that chrysalis, that cocoon energy of being able to fly free from that cocoon and spread your beautiful wings and see from that higher perspective. But you wouldn't be able to do that without being that caterpillar and going through that process. So I do feel for a lot of you, you had to kind of endure or go through something in order for you to see it from a new light. Without that darkness, right, there you'd have a harder time finding that light here. And so I do feel that there's some situations coming in that are going to allow you to bring your ideas to life with electric eel. So some of you are sharing your ideas, or you may be partnering up. I don't necessarily feel sharing them until you're quite ready, but you may be partnering up with someone who can help you make that happen, or who inspires you to make that happen. It could be a coach, a healer, a mentor, maybe even a family member. It could be a motivational speaker, or it could be even a YouTuber. Really inspires you to manifest your dreams. This says bring those ideas to life. And last but not least here, you do have the fork in the road card. Now, when this fork in the road shows up, it doesn't surprise me. It's card 13. And actually, that's the death card. There's that butterfly and caterpillar that we were just talking about here. But I do feel here that some of you, there is a major decision to make in your world. And you may just really need to tune into your intuition. Don't miss the hidden signs here. The message is all about making decisions, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. And the oracle message is this: every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and you are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled, or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice, Sagittarius, and your choice alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So when it comes to love, I'm going to read you the romantic message as well, because some of you have that romance and there could be a major decision around love. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Will you choose to open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you are willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. Yes. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. I love this for you here. So definitely moving forward, but you're coming up to a juncture. You're coming up to a crossroads here. But know that you can trust yourself to make the decision, Sagittarius, that is in your highest good. So May is a very big turnaround month for you. I like this energy. You're definitely heading towards more abundance, more prosperity, and a truer path. And when we are aligned with our soul's truth, we can manifest easier. We can manifest quicker. And we start to see more abundance flow into our worlds instead of challenges and resistance and fear-based decisions. Because when we make those decisions based on fear, and sometimes they can backfire, right? And we don't want them to backfire. And I feel like you getting honest with you being ethical with yourself, your dreams, your values, and being truthful about what you need to do about this next step is going to put you in a place that you've only dreamed of. Thank you so much for tuning in here, Sagittarius. If this message resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, hit that subscribe and bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful souls. Lots of love.